Hello and welcome to Your Badass Career. I'm Lauren Evans and I'm helping women be seen and heard in the workplace so that you can unleash your badass career. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can work from home and make yourself invaluable. A very timely topic with this is being recorded during the pandemic, and there are many people working from home all over the world, and it's different for a lot of people. And you need to adapt to be able to excel and stand out when people can't actually see you. So it's challenging. So my tips today, the first one is visibility. Huge. So before, people used to be able to see what you were doing. They could see that you were working hard. They could see that you were staying late sometimes. That's what people sometimes do as a little trick, which I don't support, by the way. So now you can't be seen. So how are people understanding and measuring and knowing what you're doing? Well, so your direct manager might be monitoring your work in some way. But aside from that, you are out of people's minds. So what do? You make yourself visible. You get in front of them. So you have Skype calls or Zoom calls or whatever, GoWebinar, whatever the hell you're using. Use them, use video so that they can see your face, so that you can still connect and have a conversation. Use email to package up. Watch some of my previous videos if you're not sure some of the best ways to package up what you're doing. But send emails, reports, send things that add high value to people. So people are getting more emails and electronic notifications than ever before. Now is the time to reduce those, emails or whatever, but to increase the value. So when you're sending an email, don't attach something and refer to it unless you really have to. So you can attach something and then you can copy and paste the important thing in it so that someone can digest your email super quickly and it adds value. The more value that you can add to other people, the more valuable you are. So if you, instead of pasting a link to a website, paste a link and copy and paste the relevant content, the less that people have to do, the more they appreciate you, right? So be visible with high value communication. Get in front of people. When you're communicating, so second tip, when you're communicating, communicate in a way that's so before, you could get away with casual communication that was lazy. Now you need to try and get all the information that you need in as fewer interactions as possible, whilst also demonstrating your worth. Challenging, I know. So when you're communicating, communicate with purpose and connect with the person. Understand what it is that they're after. Make sure that you ask the rich questions that you need to ask to show your understanding and demonstrate that you are invested in this topic. So your communication is so important to get right, to invest in and to enrich and add value. So be visible, communicate with enriched value. Whatever, you know what I mean. And with connection, with great questions. And don't just hide away and keep doing your work in the background. Okay, so then the other tip is you need to make sure that people know that you're working. I know, but we still unfortunately live in a world where full-grown adults don't trust other full-grown adults to be full-grown adults. Something that I'm hoping and working towards changing, and I hope you are too. But unfortunately, people don't just trust other people. So if you have some kind of instant messaging service, make sure that you are available, or that people can see your status and that you communicate what you're doing. Don't just send any emails just asking questions and things like that. Send deliverables. Communicate frequently enough so that people understand that you are working, and make sure that you are visible and that contactable at all the times that you need to be contactable. And if not, people know why and or what's going on, so that you're not just invisible. So you need to try and replicate the presence that you had in the office now in a digital format. You need to try and replicate the communication that you had with people now in a digital format. You need to try and replicate the connection and value that you have on an interpersonal level with people now in a digital format. So it's harder, it's more difficult. You need to really think about it and formulate ways to do this. Otherwise, you will be invisible. You need to make sure that you do these things so that people can understand that you are performing and that you add value. So keep packaging up what you're putting down. I cannot stress that enough, how important that is. I would love to hear your thoughts on some other tips on what's working for you in terms of, showing that you are performing and demonstrating your value, making sure that you're seen and heard while you're working from home so that you can pursue your badass career. Thanks for watching, and remember, no one is you, and that is your power.